Fantastic time to be here this lovely day, of course, and it is the podcast with the guys. I'm Upi Waziri, and I'm right here with Ralph and Ayok. Ralph, what's up?
Yeah, good afternoon, Upi Waziri. Good afternoon, Ayok.
Yeah, good to be here. And then Ayok, how you doing?
I'm okay. Good day, Upi. Ralph.
Yeah.
I have to congratulate you on making your debut. Huh?
Yeah,
you know easy actually.
This is my debut and my first appearance.
Let's see how many crosses you can swing. Let's get started and let's swing straight to, of course, it's all about 28th of this month, UEFA Champions League showdown between two European giants, and I can say between them there are about 18 Champions League or 19. 19 Champions League. It's Liverpool versus Real Madrid. What should we be expecting in that game, Ralph? Let's start with you.
Yeah, it's going to be a crazy encounter, no doubt. I mean, it's Liverpool against Real Madrid. The Los Blancos taking on the Anfield Reds, and it's going to be fantastic because we know it's not just going to be a tactical battle. It's also going to be some of the best players in the world are going to be on display right there. And we saw a fantastic statement from Karim Benzema saying we should forget about any other thing and focus on the Champions League final. So I think all the players are geared up. I saw the Liverpool players train with all the kits and all of that. So it's going to be fantastic stuff right there in Paris. And I expect fireworks. Fireworks is what we expect.
About fireworks. He spoke about expecting very, very huge players to participate in that game. And of course, rightly so. We'll be looking out for guys like Karim Benzema and Mo Salah. Then Mo Salah in particular, he started the last Champions League final where these two guys contested due to a shoulder injury. And then he came in. How instrumental will he be going into this particular encounter?
I think if you check out how Liverpool have played earlier from this season and their last game in the Premier League when they didn't even start Mo Salah, you will know that they have actual plans for Mo Salah in the Champions League final, because the last time out against Real Madrid in the Champions League, Sergio Ramos happened.
Sergio Ramos happened.
This time around, Mo Salah wants to. He actually wanted Madrid.
Sure.
He wanted Madrid like for the final. So
immediately after the semi-finals.
Even before the semi-final, I was hoping that Madrid was.
So he wants to have Madrid for the taking. He wants to play against Real Madrid. And we're talking about the players. We're forgetting the managers. Like both of them have.
I think we'll get to that point.
Yes. So at top players in the world, like this is the Champions League. This is the final. And this time around, it comes like differently. One of the reasons why I said so is Real Madrid have taken. I don't know. They are not the best team out there right now. If you agree with me, I don't think they're the best team out there, but they're in the Champions League final because they understand how to play the competition. Like when you mention the Champions League, you have to think. First thing that comes to your head is Real Madrid.
Sorry to interject. Who are the best teams out there?
I think City and Liverpool.
They defeated City on their way to the final.
Yes, but they did that at the back of like segments, moments, and they took it.
It's still part of the football game. Segments are part of the football.
Yes, but it's not like best. If you want to mention the best teams out there, I think Real Madrid will now come first too. In Europe right now.
Really?
Would they?
But
Spanish champions, then Champions League final.
The Spanish champions.
If they get to win the Champions League, I think they're the best.
They will be the best, not on what they produce on the pitch. No.
I think he has a point. Really.
Yes, not
I understand what he's trying to say.
What they produce on the pitch of play, but because they won.
Yeah.
So I think it's the game. But Real Madrid, right now in the Champions League, do not write them off. Liverpool will come in with fireworks because they will create chances. Sure. Like they will create chances over chances. But it's Real Madrid versus Liverpool. They have played twice before in the final of the Champions League, and you know what happened there. So let's see what happens this time around.
This is the third time they're meeting the Champions League final, and then each side have gotten
1-1.
Have won. Won.
Yes.
Now we're talking about he's talking about Mo Salah. Karim Benzema, how instrumental is he going to be going to that final? Because he has been talked about as probably the guy most deserving of the Ballon d'Or award, the coming Ballon d'Or. How instrumental do you think he's going to be in the final? And if Madrid gets to win the Champions League final, does it cement his chances of winning the Ballon d'Or as the number one player in the world?
Well, I think it does. I mean, if we're talking about Karim Benzema, what more can we say about that young man or that old man? He has been fantastic. He has been fantastic this season. He has been exceptional, to say the least. And each time Karim Benzema is on the pitch, you could see that something is going to happen for Real Madrid. I think after the game against City, I watched the game against Atletico Madrid when Karim Benzema was out of the game throughout the 90 minutes, and you were just watching from the bench, and you could see the lackadaisical attack line that Real Madrid were able to put puts in display, and Vinicius, Luka Jovic, all these guys couldn't come up with anything as long as Karim Benzema wasn't on the pitch. You could also see Luka Modric and Toni Kroos. All those guys were struggling to find someone that could be like pivot and scoring the goals, so they struggled without him. So Karim Benzema should be the heart and soul of this Madrid team. If we're going to be honest, he's been fantastic, he's been sensational, and if he wins this game, I think he has cemented his chances of winning the Ballon d'Or. And I think the Frenchman has been phenomenal, and his goals, his assists, his ability to link up play with the players, his motivation, not just being a player but also the captain of the side. We have to look at the psychological aspect of the game also. He has been phenomenal, he has been fantastic, and bringing Madrid from back-to-back games. When they're about to get defeated, he just comes and he happens against Man City, against Chelsea. I mean, he's something against PSG, a hat-trick. I mean, after going down 2 goals. So Karim Benzema for me right now is the best player on the planet, and this game is going to be decided by his feet. I believe it's going to be decided by his feet.
Are you tacitly saying they're going to win this game? Are you saying they're going to win it?
Except you're saying a Karim Benzema will score an own goal.
No.
But if that
I'm saying if Karim Benzema comes to the party, then for me, I don't think any team right now.
Salah, Karim Benzema both come to the party. Who takes the day?
Karim Benzema.
Come on. Let's talk about something. You guys talk about the coaches, right? How does Jurgen Klopp get to stop Vinicius Junior? Because whether we like it or not, he will be key in this game, and then stopping him will be very instrumental to Liverpool winning the game. Especially Liverpool have what is more of an attacking fullback in Trent Alexander-Arnold. If you were the coach, are you going to stop Trent Alexander-Arnold from forging forward, which is his biggest asset, or you allow him to go forward and then try to devise other means to try to stop the rampaging Vinicius Junior?
I think if I'm Jurgen Klopp right now, what I would do is I wouldn't stop Trent Alexander-Arnold from playing his usual game. These things happen. No matter how defensively inclined you are at a point you will sleep. Like, definitely. So let's certain times you wouldn't want to take these things to chance though, but like Upe said, the Alexander-Arnold's greatest asset is actually going forward, and it adds like numbers to the attackers. It adds a lot of like and depth, like when you're attacking.
Just one shy of
yes. So what you do is try to, and I love it's just a one-off game though. But certain times there are games you go into as a manager, what you just want to do is outscore your opponent. Certain times it's not just about stopping them from scoring. Certain times it's just, okay, I know I'll suffer from this side, but I'll take the chance. And you can't drop Trent Alexander-Arnold for Joe Gomez because you want to defend.
I think they made that mistake against Barcelona in the first leg of the encounter in the quarterfinal, and then in the second leg they brought in Alexander-Arnold, and then they were able to get
and he was the one that
he was so instrumental.
So certain times you just have to take it. Okay, no matter how defensively poor he is, no matter how defensively solid he is, Vinicius would want to find his way. Like certain times.
What other aspects of the Liverpool game should Real Madrid try to look out for?
I think Real Madrid have a more solid midfield.
I'm specifically Liverpool now.
Liverpool.
Liverpool. Should we look out for? You're talking about Mohamed Salah, Trent Alexander-Arnold, basically the right wing. What other positions should be key?
I think the press. I think if there's any team in Europe right now that is very coordinated in pressing, should be Liverpool. They are fantastic when they press. And if you notice, Real Madrid, anytime they face a team that presses significantly, very organized, they struggle. We saw it against Barcelona where they lost 4-0. It was as if they were clueless playing out from the back. We saw it against Chelsea in the second leg. They were almost clueless because they couldn't find the spaces for Modric to run into, for Valverde to run into. So I believe Real Madrid will be facing a very organized team. That pressing wise, Liverpool are very organized.
Pressing and very physical.
Talking about physicality, Real Madrid are going to come up against a very physical Liverpool side, and then I expect them to field the old man Modric and a very slow Kroos. Would that affect them in any way, or will the workload be too much for Casemiro, who is never scared of committing fouls? And I don't know how he escapes with it.
I think they have handled that this season, but again, you can't continue to ride on luck. You can't continue
with riding on luck or being very precise at the right moment.
Precision too comes into play, yes.
Because football is not just played by 11 players. It's also played by 13 to 14 players.
Yes.
So how they interchange the positions as from the bench to the starting 11, I think is going to be
one thing I want to make very clear. You can't afford to make the mistake of playing a Liverpool side without starting a Fede Valverde. And I don't know how they want to do it. But I think they've done it before. They've started Valverde in games, in very crucial games, and then alongside those 3 midfielders.
The last 3 to 4 games.
Now, the tactical setup is usually this way. on paper it seems like Valverde is the guy playing from the right, but when the game starts, he switches to midfield, and then you'll have like the right wing is almost cut off, and then Carvajal is allowed to run that entire channel. Valverde comes into midfield, choke the midfield, and then Vinicius pulls very high, and then Benzema tries to create space. And there's something that's very tricky about Benzema. He doesn't remain for the defenders to hold on to him. He drops extremely deep because he's very good with the ball at his feet. He's able to distribute passes and then run into the box and then finish the ball. You remember the video that was going on where he was showing Vinicius, what to do in that game against Chelsea, and then they were able to execute it, and then it's at the end it really paid off.
I think one of the essence of Valverde coming to this team is his ability to. I feel he unlocks Modric a lot. I think we saw it in Chelsea game again in the second leg against Chelsea, where when Valverde comes into the team
midfield
and he comes down into the midfield,
he reduces the workload on Modric.
He allows Modric to be more clinical in his decision making,
to do the damages
and the flair in that man. I mean, if he comes to the party, if he does what he knows how to do best, playing football, Luka Modric, he's unplayable on his day. Look at Modric,
really absolutely unplayable on his day. So what about the defense? How instrumental will the defenders be also in this very game? How key would they be? Who has the better defense?
That's what I've been thinking. Let's say defense for defense. Trent Alexander-Arnold. No, Trent Alexander-Arnold.
I'm talking about CB now.
Okay, center back. Alaba and Eder Militao.
Yeah.
No, Liverpool.
Outrightly.
Yes, Liverpool.
It has to be Liverpool.
Virgil van Dijk and Joe Matip up there.
Rolls-Royce. What about looking at these two sides rich in history and all of that? Now, going into that game, aside from will history play a big part in this game?
Yeah, I think that's a crucial part. That's a very crucial part.
How will history play a huge part in the game?
I think one of the things that history brings is not just history for itself, it's history in terms of knowing what to do at some similar situations. Because I think the essence of history is to learn and to have the experiences so that when you face similar situations, maybe not outrightly the same situations, but similar situations, you know what to do and you know how to just get back up. And Real Madrid, they face every kind of situation in Champions League final.
Yes.
I remember against Atletico, it was 2013 or so, where they were almost done and dusted. 2014 until Ramos happened, and in a positive way this time. But for me, I think Real Madrid they've seen it all in Champions League final. They have the energy, they have the experience, they also have the guts to fight for the game. But for Liverpool, I think they will have vengeance on their mind. And I think one thing we need to look at also, Liverpool have been a little bit tired or maybe fatigued. I think in the last 3 to 4 games, they've always been conceding first, and it's something that is unlikely about the Liverpool defense. But for me, in this game, if history is going to play a part, it has to favor Real Madrid.
I think history too will play a part. Like this set of players have been together like since under Zidane. They have won the Champions League. They have been in tight situations. And let's not forget the manager.
Liverpool players too have been together for close to 5 years.
For close to 5 years, but how many Champions League won?
Maybe we'll talk about the Champions League itself, because there are only few Madrid players that don't have a Champions League.
Yes,
in the past 5 years, how many Champions League has Madrid won?
In the past
from 2017 to date, how many have they won?
They've won 2.
They've won
2017 and 2018.
And then 19.
It was Liverpool.
Yes.
2020 was Bayern. And then Chelsea.
There was something that Ralph said that caught my attention. He said learning from history, and then you guys kept on saying something. Ramos happened, and then Ralph was almost saying a positive Ramos and a negative Ramos. Now it depends on what side of the coin you are on. For the Madrid fan, when Ramos happened, it was a positive Ramos. And then talking about learning from history, Ramos will not be in play. How will Musala learn from history if somebody comes close to his shoulder?
The latest Musala injury was from a Rudiger. A Madrid player, like
a Madrid player to be a Madrid player to be.
So I think Real Madrid would, and let's not forget the manager. The manager has won 3 Champions League already. He has been in tight situations. He has lost the Champions League in the final against Liverpool, against Istanbul. Let's not forget. So like he has been in tight situations before. He understands this thing. So he's like, the ideas for the players too, they know we have been here before, we know how to win it. It doesn't matter how we win it, let's just win it. The goal is just get the competition, get win. That is basically, like, I think the approach this Real Madrid team will come into.
Talking about that, I think then it will be vengeance from both sides.
Yes, it will be.
Carlo Ancelotti will be looking for maybe vengeance.
He has gotten it even with the
Let's look at this thing from a whole different level. People a new way anyway. Guys were talking about how Madrid won. Cristiano Ronaldo was very instrumental in them winning the Champions League. Now they're playing without Cristiano Ronaldo. If they get
they've not won
to
the
win it.
Champions League since he left.
Since he left, they've not won the Champions League since he left. So if they get to win it without him, what does it say of Real Madrid as a club? Does it further solidify them as the owners of the Champions League and in a way invalidates Ronaldo's claim to being Mr. Champions League?
14 times is no joke. 14
It doesn't invalidate anything. Like, let's not take anything from them.
In the modern
He's still
era,
Mr. Champions League. He's still Mr. Champions League.
if it's
Real Madrid
individually-
winning it without him or with him, Ronaldo is still Mr. Champions League. Real Madrid is the greatest club football club ever.
No.
It doesn't take anything from both the club and both
I think
the
that's
player.
not arguable, right? Let me take
Barcelona is the most decorated team all round. All round.
What's the greatest club competition?
Barcelona is the
No.
most decorated team.
What's the greatest club competition?
The UEFA Champions
Especially in Europe.
The UEFA Champions
Who has it more?
Who
Who plays more finals?
I was just enjoying how you guys were going about it. But let's look at something as we look to round up the program this afternoon. Let me take your predictions for the game. Ayo.
2-1 Real Madrid.
2-1.
Yes.
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid.
Definitely.
Yes.
Put your money on that. What about you, Raf?
2-0 Real Madrid.
2-0 Real Madrid.
2-0
With the tools of chances Liverpool will be creating, like
Real Madrid.
Is it possible to play a game against Liverpool and Liverpool don't score?
just score.
I believe 2-0 Real Madrid.
Despite saying Liverpool have the better defense.
No, I'm saying, yeah, sure, they have the better defense, but I still believe Real Madrid have everything playing for them. We're forgetting the fact that this final is going to be played in Paris. And I think Madrid
Paris is not Spain.
It's not Spain.
No. Madrid have a vendetta to settle with Paris. They have to make a statement.
Because they have a vendetta doesn't have to defend it.
I
It
know.
will
I
work
won't
for
be
them.
surprised if Kylian Mbappe comes to the game.
Yeah,
You'll
yes.
probably
I'm sure
see
he
that.
will.
He said he'll be rooting for Real Madrid actually.
Nobody
to show
needs
you what
rooting, rooting, or stemming, or branching. No, I think nobody cares.
Just a random prediction. Yeah, just 2-0.
2-0 Real Madrid. Okay, you want to know my prediction? Alright, now. We'll get to it.
You can't put that on the spot.
One thing is that there will be a winner, surely.
Definitely, we
There will be a winner. I hope the game doesn't go to penalty, and I hope we see a very, very exciting final. Not like the finals we've been seeing. And I think it will be exciting because you have two sides that are not scared of attacking. Liverpool always attack.
But this is the catch. You know the boring finals we have seen involves Liverpool this season.
Apart from Chelsea. But I think that also goes down with the way the other team plays. I think Liverpool is always an exciting side where they play. When the other team becomes too cautious, and that's when they have to remodel their game
Don't
to
you
play.
think Real Madrid will be?
I don't think Real Madrid will take risks. If you have Vinicius, you always take risks.
Aside a Vini and a Benz and a Benzema, I think their games against Chelsea, against
Even Modric will take risks.
against City, they have been
Pragmatic.
yes. And they are not. That's why I said their games are basically like in moments and segments. But when they get it, when in those moments and segments, they deliver.
And I think that's the point that validates Ayok's point of Real Madrid not being the best team in the world.
Yeah. I think that's true. But for me, I still believe Real Madrid have everything. Going attacking wise, they have everything to hurt. The same way Liverpool have everything to hurt. Real Madrid
Liverpool have more.
They have more. Be honest. I mean, Vinicius Junior and Karim Benzema combined have scored 50 goals. 50
Just
goals.
two of them.
50 goals.
Two of them.
But we have
Mane, Salah.
Everybody can score goals.
Diego Jota, Luis Diaz.
That's all. No.
Luis Diaz, Luis Diaz,
All four of them cannot start.
No, not starting. Like when you want to make a substitution, it might not start. So Luis Diaz, no. Firmino, and for Real Madrid, okay. Let's say you want to substitute a Vini for who?
Rodrigo Goes.
No. And then he can make a statement because he showed it against.
He showed it.
So you write
Benzema for who? Luka Jovic.
You can't even substitute Benzema.
It's only injury that substitute Benzema from that game. Well, it's been a nice one. It's been a fantastic show. Thank you so much for being a part of it. Ayok, last words.
I expect to see like an enthralling game. Fireworks. It's the Champions League final, and I've been watching the Champions League since I was what age? I think 99. Yes. That was when I started supporting.
23 years.
Yes, that was when I started supporting Manchester United.
Going by that, he started watching the Champions League before Marcelo. Because as we know, Marcelo said the first Champions League he saw was Porto vs Monaco 2004.
Ooh, that
wow. And then he was in the academy then, and he was asking a guy like, "What was this?" And then he promised his granddad that he would play here one day.
Wow, that's cool.
Ralph, good to have you, bro.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Man. Thanks for doing this. Well, I'm Oziri UPS. Thanks for being a part of it. We'll round up and then see you next time.
Bye-bye.
See you next time.